Hey folks, welcome to Lone Star Surf and Turf Adventures, and you're tuned in to the first episode of our second season here, and man, I am really excited about the new adventures we'll be bringing to you this year. We're going to be on some whitetail deer hunts, we're going to be on some exotic game hunts, we've got some nighttime hog hunts, and we've even got a lot of fishing too. But you know, I'm really excited about the adventures that we've taken with our country's wounded warriors. And man, there has been nothing more rewarding than to spend some time with these guys, get a chance to look them in the face and personally thank them for their service, let them know we're thinking about them, and let them know we're praying for them too. God bless our troops. Now look, I'd like to mention that Shane Ladwig and Mitch Lewis are back with us this year. And man, these guys are some dedicated dudes that continue to entertain with their very exciting hunts. And man, we're happy to have those two guys back with us this year. But you know, there's some new faces on the show this year too. I'd like to introduce you to Randy Carroll and Dennis Gallagher. Now, Randy Carroll has been the morning DJ for the #1 country radio station in San Antonio, KJ97, for 28 years. And let me tell you, Randy doesn't only bring a passion and knowledge of Texas deer hunting to the show, he's also got a very cheerful and kind heart, and I think you're going to like him for sure. Now, Dennis Gallagher is the pastor of Freedom Fellowship Church over in New Braunfels, Texas, and man, Dennis is one of the most dedicated and serious hunters that I've ever met. And you know, not only does Dennis have a gift for sharing God's Word, he's also got a gift for whacking and stacking wild hogs. And I just know you're going to enjoy his amusing anecdotes from the field. And Dennis, we sure thank you for joining us. Now folks, on this week's show, we were invited by the Warriors Road Trip Network and the Military Warrior Support Foundation to join them on a weekend deer hunt down at the Purple Heart Ranch. And once there, we hooked up with several of our country's wounded warriors, and man, you are about to witness the joy, the disappointment, the challenges, and the victories of some of America's heroes as they attempt to re-engage in their passion for the outdoors. Now look, I sure am glad you joined us this week, folks, and I sure hope you enjoy your visit to the Purple Heart Ranch.
You know, in addition to the thousands of brave soldiers who have tragically lost their lives in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, there is also a staggering number of brave soldiers who were wounded and disabled in these wars. And some of these soldiers suffer the kind of injuries that produce unique handicaps that only war can create, and many of them come home with special needs that require support in almost all areas of their lives. Now, the Military Warrior Support Foundation was founded in 2007 with the intent and desire to provide assistance to the disabled soldiers and their families who now face these unique challenges in their everyday lives. The Military Warrior Support Foundation provides educational scholarships, job placement, financial aid, housing assistance, and even recreational opportunities. And you know, many of these brave men and women are outdoorsmen who long to re-engage in their passion for the outdoors. The Military Warrior Support Foundation has recently acquired almost 6,000 acres of beautiful and pristine South Texas property and have aptly named it the Purple Heart Ranch. Now, the Purple Heart Ranch is open exclusively to combat wounded heroes and to Gold Star families, families of those heroes who lost their lives defending our country. The ranch is also open to children of combat wounded heroes and those who have a parent currently deployed to a combat zone. Both the families of the wounded heroes and the parents of the children are encouraged to come and enjoy the experience with the hunters. Now, it was the privilege and honor of Lone Star Surf and Turf Adventures to have traveled to the Purple Heart Ranch to spend the weekend with several wounded warriors and to capture on film their hunting adventures here in the Lone Star State. Now, don't go anywhere, folks, because you're about to become inspired and encouraged by the heartwarming stories and activities brought to you from the Purple Heart Ranch. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.